and then we were in the same church, Revival Valley Ministries then. And eventually he became the music director, and I was appointed as a worship leader.
Music director meets worship leader, man.
Okay, I was a sister worship leader.
Okay.
Then, yes.
Okay.
And then we used to go on crusades together, and our GO would pick us. He was a favorite of our GO. And when they're picking the choir, the people in the choir and the crusade team, I'll go along. And then somehow we developed a friendship that eventually translated to marriage.
Yeah, I've seen that your husband doesn't talk much. He's the reserved type while you're the talking type. So, Reverend Onah, how did it happen? How did you know this woman was going to be your wife?
Well, I just knew that she's the one, and that was just it. I don't know how to explain more on this. It just registered, in my spirit that this is the one.
No, let's exclude the odds you were against at that time. You were a footballer, and women like footballers a lot. And you were very popular in the church, so many sisters would have been dancing around you at that time. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you are right.
Okay, so how did you, out of these numerous women, some of them obviously more beautiful than your wife, and some of them more privileged than her, how come they didn't influence your decision in the midst of all this you chose her?
Well, I just want to say that God really helped me. Yes, God really helped me. Because to tell you that there was a special thing I did that really helped me, I would be lying to you. I just found myself being helped by God, and He directed my steps, helps me not to fall by the wayside. And at the end, when I saw her, I just knew in my spirit that this is the one. And that was it. I don't know the temptations and the problems that I went through, because God just helped me. Maybe there were many along the road, but I didn't really see it like that. So God really helped me. Yes, that's what I can say.
Not to make a mistake.
Yes, not to make a mistake, because actually there were so many beautiful, just people that were spirit-filled and things like that, but there was none that was really registering in my spirit.
And God gave you an ageless woman. And after 31 years, I wish this were a television studio. You need to see her. She's still looking trim and beautiful after having all her kids. Almost a grandmother, and she's still looking like this.
God knew my heart.
So, you said that blew your heart.
God knew my heart.
Okay.
It just fit the dream I had for a woman that I was looking for.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. To God be the glory. Now, Pastor Heidi, how did he propose? Did you see it coming? Did you see it coming, first of all?
Yes, somehow. I did, because I was close to my GO. He treasured us that worked with him. And so the first suggestion actually came through him. He's the one that suggested, how about Imo, And then
He was asking you?
Yes, my GO. Was trying to suggest a relationship. And I looked at it, and it was okay by me. When he proposed, he was a very rugged brother anyway, not your typical romantic type. He doesn't talk much, he just said what he wanted to say.
Straight to the point.
Yes, he proposed in an environment that, you wouldn't think it's an environment to propose. It was in the church office. Okay. He was in charge of the technical department. Okay. And so he had his screwdrivers on. The guy is a workaholic. He those days he could stay 2 days in church just fixing things, not thinking of going home. He was really sold out to God. So in the office, I still remember he wore a blue jean, rugged jean, and he had his white t-shirt, work t-shirt on. So it's not like he was looking like a clean, sharp guy. With his screwdrivers in his pockets. Wow. And he just, in the office, I was sitting on the desk, and then he was fixing stuff. And he told me, he just thought, and told me, will you marry me? It was almost laughable. For the sake of modesty, I told him, okay, I'll give you an answer later. And 3 days later,
just like that, as if it was
like that, yes. But we're friends.
Okay.
So it's not something that shocked me.
Okay. more. How did the journey start for you? Did you have all the resources you had at that time?
No, I didn't have. In fact, I didn't
You
have
were
anything.
students, right? Let me get it right. You were
Yes,
still in
I
on
was-
campus.
Yes, a student,
Mm.
almost finishing,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And you went and proposed to a woman.
Yes,
By
when I knew that she was the one,
Mm.
and God gave me a go ahead, and I just went ahead, proposed to her, not thinking, how am I going to?
Yeah,
do
because
that?
I'm wondering, you were still an undergraduate, and
Yes,
you
and,
took this bold step.
Yes, that's one of the things that really endears me to her, because she understood and helped me until we came to that point of marriage, and that was it.
So, Pastor Heidi, you were a nurse at that time. Were you
Yes.
a nurse at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
Single qualified nurse.
Okay, so seeing this brother who didn't have anything on him, he was still in school, and you still said yes. What was at the back of your mind actually? What gave you the confidence? to
I think when God wants to do his thing, sometimes he doesn't get us involved. Because if you ask me what gave me the confidence, I don't even know. But I know that I said yes. And I must say I had a good pastor who guided me well.
Okay.
Who guided me well. He taught us faith. He taught us possibilities. And so we stepped out, not knowing where we're going. In fact, he didn't even, he stayed with his friend.
We shared the
Yes,
same
they
apartment.
shared the same apartment. That
Yes.
they two of them paid for one apartment. So it wasn't as if there was anything on
We
ground.
stayed together.
So I said yes because I think it was God that wanted it this way. And then I had a good pastor. I must commend him for that. He guided us well. And as at that time we were taught that character and the will of God is uppermost, not money. Our time, the society wasn't as materialistic as
Yes,
this. In fact, it was an honor to start life with a young man. And my mom had also, laid a good foundation.
See the role of mothers?
Yes, she had laid a good foundation for me. In fact, even when my dad was a bit hesitant because he was worried if he would be able to take care of me, it was my mom that stepped in and said, let's give them a chance. So I think those are the things that helped me. But I know that remotely I was controlled by God. He ordered my steps. And I said yes. And obviously it was a good decision because 31 years after we're still
You don't
here.
have any regrets?
No regrets.
No regret. And we were actually young, very young. I'm telling you honestly. So that's why when someone will be asking me how did you do it, I will tell you I just don't know. I just stepped out in faith and just look at me here. God taking care of us. That was just it because I think I was whether 29 going to 30 or 30 on the dot, while she was about 22, right, like that. And so you can imagine what happened. And there were no fears here and there like that. We just